Hey, what's up everyone? So we have this Husqvarna, however you want to say it on here, is a T130L. And the problem is, it will run. However, it will not idle. And the owner said he took some adjustment drivers, which my mind's around here somewhere, except the needles are so thick and the walls around them are so thick as well that the space in between is actually too small for his adjustment driver. And I thought, okay, whatever, so he just needs to adjust it. I can do that. Bring it on over. Well, the problem came, I have the exact same issue. The spacing is so tight. I don't understand how they even done that. So we have two options. One, take it off, drain the fuel out as best we can, maybe throw an ultrasonic cleaner just to be safe, then take a Dremel and slot the actual screws in there. Problem with that is it's kind of wonky, and if you mess up, you kind of mess up the whole thing. So so after speaking to the owner, we went down the route of just replacing the carburetor. It's probably a better idea. He said when he cleaned it, it was pretty nasty. There was a lot of junk in there, and he said he lost the little screen. I'm assuming he means the little screen that's supposed to filter out impurities. He said it was clogged, tried to clean it, accidentally blew it across the garage and never was found again. So let's go ahead and get started. So that screen is important, but it's not going to be like make or break your deal, because you can buy a kit and that screen should be in there. So you shouldn't have to buy a new carburetor just for that reason. However, considering I can't tune it, he can't tune it, because the adjustment screws are so hard to turn, we're just gonna make this easier on both of us. And in general, if it didn't lose its tune, there we go, you shouldn't have to move them. So I'm thinking there's probably like a blocked passageway or something for the low circuit, and it's just at that point where replacement is just going to be a better idea. So I went ahead and open the fuel tank. That of course being important, so when you take the fuel lines off, it doesn't just go everywhere. Still can, don't get me wrong. There we go. Fuel lines are a little old, not horrible, they're still pliable. So now whenever you do this, you always want to make sure you have the right carb. This is one that came off the machine, this is the one that we have now. See how small it is in there? It's kind of crazy. Choke is on in this one, the other one's not, so that's why. But other than that, looks to be a pretty good aftermarket one. Inevitably someone will ask, I got this on Amazon. It's easy, I just typed in 130L, Husqvarna, whatever it is, and found this one. Now there were a couple other ones that were completely wrong, so I don't know if the design changed over the years, or Amazon is just being Amazon and giving you a bunch of crap. But I looked at the pictures and this is the one I believe would be the better option, and apparently I was right. Well, we don't know that yet. It's an interesting little choke mechanism. Let me show you when we put it on. I remember seeing this once before and really confused on how you're supposed to turn it on, because when you look at it, it's not, and at least it wasn't for me, like instantly. Oh, I have to do that. Besides, I had to look around and like, what am I supposed to do with this blue choke? So, this is what it is. That's the choke lever. When you pull it up, it just pushes it. So when you install it, you need to make sure it's in that little slot. If you don't, then you won't have choke, and it's going to be very difficult to start. It didn't come with an air filter, and he didn't really think it was important, so I don't think it's important either. I did tell him I personally would change the air filter, but you know, people will be people. I'm getting typed in the cap as well, if I can. What is going on here? Oh, let's do this first. There we go. Just need to push on it. We didn't really check it. We should have before we put the cover, but the primer bulb is filling up with fuel, and I don't see anything leaking. So I think we should be set to give this a pull. Now I should have checked to see what type of screws they were, but I think they're, oh, the gasket's kind of in the way. I think they're splined, and it looks like it. So we need to get a splined adjustment driver out. Okay, got the driver. Let's just make sure before we do anything else. One of the gaskets kind of got folded over. A little extra piece or part of it. Let's just fold it back out. There we go. Now, man, that doesn't even want to fit in there very well either. This is crazy. Well, suppose we'll give it a try. But it does kind of fit. Fits a lot better than before. So, choke. Yeah, we need to do a little adjustment here. Okay, so I'm gonna move that gasket out of the way and then we'll get to work. Okay, so it does need a little bit of fine tuning. That's not the point of this video though. The point is, one, it idles. Two, it revs up more or less fine. I do need to maybe richen up the low screw a little bit, but other than that, that's it. So, you know, situations like this where you try to clean the carb and it just isn't working, you know, sometimes you just can't save them. Just buy a new one. You know, you try your best. Happens. I probably can do much better. I mean, if there's like a passageway, unless you're really going to, excuse me, really dig into the carb, in which case you need a full kit, and at that point in time you're really pushing the boundaries of is it cost effective. you might as well just get an aftermarket one. Unless you don't want to deal with aftermarket, then it could be a cost effective, because an OEM one's going to be, you know, junk, not junk, but substantially more. So, you know, it's up to you. Owner decided to go down the cheaper, easier route. I don't mind that at all. Seems to be doing just fine with a little fine tuning in the future. It is also cold, so that helps. I need to let it run, maybe do a little weed eating outside, and once it kind of gets warmed up, I'll do the fine tuning, which is something that's important to do once it's actually up and running. So I'm going to leave you at that. Follow me on Instagram at SmallEngine101. If you like what you see, keep watching. Definitely subscribe. Put a thumbs up if this helped you out. And if you need any personalized help, consider becoming a member. That is a perk. You have the rest of a good night. See you later.